Hey everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Today is day 16 of our 30-day yoga journey. This yoga journey in its entirety is called Inward. And the theme for day 16 is all about unveiling our authentic self. So there will be some introspection offered to explore what authority means to you. We're going to work towards a peak pose today, so there'll be some sequences and postures to really prep us so that we can feel in our authority, in our expression of this peak pose. And we'll tie this all in by a guided reflection and journey to remember our true essence, because our true authentic self is where our greatest source of power and peace lies. So, get into something comfortable and let's get this practice started. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position. So prop your hips up on a block or a couch cushion or whatever you have, a bolster, just so that we feel comfortable as we set the intentions for our practice today. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders relax, slight pull in of the chin, your palms could just rest down on your lap, on your thighs. Close down your eyes. Relax any gripping in the thighs, let your belly be soft. And just drop into your natural rhythm of breath here. And before we move into our practice, we'll just sit here and explore through a little introspection around authority. Now, authority holds a variety of different meanings for different people, depending on their experiences and values and perspectives. Now, as we sit here and center ourselves, let me ask, what does authority mean to you? Is authority something that is external? Is it through a figure or a role or a set of rules? Or is authority something that is internal? A sense of internal mastery where you have command over the choices in your life and command over your life's path. Now, as you inhale, just think about the areas in your life where you feel like you have authority. Perhaps it is in your workplace or in relationship, or maybe you feel a sense of authority in this very yoga practice. And as you exhale, think about the areas in your life where you may not have authority. Perhaps this is unconscious. Now just allow yourself to be with whatever is coming up for you. There's no right or wrong, and there's no judgment here. Just simply observe. In your next inhale, just breathe in and acknowledge this introspection. And as you exhale, just release this contemplation. And gently open your eyes. And then we'll meet on our backs. So you can move your props aside and lay down on your back with your knees bent. We'll set up for bridge pose. So bring your palms down by your side, heels close to your glutes, feet pointing forward. And we'll start to shift into our posture practice, working towards a peak pose, finding our own authority while we navigate these postures. So on your next inhale, you're going to gently press into your feet, engage your glutes, and lift your hips up to a bridge pose. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your hips down. So we're dropping into our breath, and we're going to sync the breath with the movement of our body. As you inhale, lift your hips up and reach both arms up and overhead. 2 lines tracking, backs of the hands touch the ground behind you. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your hips and your arms back down. Keep going like this. Inhale nice and smooth, lift your hips up and your arms up overhead. And exhale, lower your hips, lower your arms. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. This time we exhale and just lower your arms down. Keep your hips lifted. Palms down on the ground, or if you'd like, you can interlace the hands, walk your shoulders underneath, pushing your forearms into the mat. And again, listening throughout the practice of what feels good for you. Listening to where you can challenge yourself a little more, and listening where you could ease off a little more. Making sure weight is even in both sides of the legs. Breathe deeply. If your hands are interlaced, release your arms, and as you exhale, slowly lower yourself back down. Release your glutes. Pause for a moment. Ground. Bring your legs up into tabletop, but with the legs closed. Pull the belly in. Imagine there's a seat belt across your lower abdomen. Keep the core contained. We'll move into some dynamic twists. We're prepping for a peak pose, as I mentioned earlier. Arms out to the side, palms up, legs together. Breathe in. As you exhale, legs stay together, and drop your legs over to the left without lifting your right shoulder off of the mat. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, legs over to the right without lifting the left shoulder off the mat any amount. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, legs over to the left, starting to awaken the core, as the activation of our core will help with our stability for our peak pose. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, legs over to the right. And inhale, back to center. We'll just come into a simple twist, legs all the way over to the left. Pause here. We won't be here for long. Just a couple breaths. Inhale, back to center, and then exhale all the way over to the right. Inhale, back to center. As you exhale, hug your legs in, interlace your fingers around your shins. Give yourself a hug here. And then we'll rock and roll and meet on all fours. Or you can roll over to one side and meet me in table. Once you're in tabletop here, spread your fingers wide, knees underneath the hips. We'll prepare for downward facing dog, so tuck your toes underneath, push up and back, sit bones reach up and back. Push down through all 10 knuckles. You can pedal out your legs here if you'd like, just to stretch out the backs of the legs. And now really anchor into your breath here. If you're pedaling out your legs, just find some stillness here. On your next inhale, shift forward into high plank. On your exhale, you can always bring your knees down lower onto your belly. All the way down, point your toes. Give your shoulders a loop onto the back. Inhale into cobra or baby cobra. And then exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. Towards the end of your exhalation, bend your knees and look between your hands, and then walk or step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Root down with your feet. We're going to rise up to stand. Arms reach up. And exhale, hands come into heart center. One cycle of breath here. Inhale, we're going to reach the arms up. Your tailbone lengthens down. As you exhale, we're going to cactus the arms. Reach up and out of the waist. Show your heart. Open the chest. And then inhale, extend the arms up. And as we exhale, forward fold over the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, flat back. Chin in. Exhale, plant your palms and then step back to high plank. Pause here for a moment. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift slightly forward. You can always bring your knees down. Exhale, lower down. Tops of feet press down. Give your shoulders a loop onto the back. Inhale to cobra. And exhale, shift back, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to sweep that right leg up. Hips are squared. And then open up your hips, bend your right knee so your heel comes in towards your glute. Your shoulders are squared. You're just opening up in the hip. And as you exhale, you're going to step your right foot through between the hands. Gently place the left knee down. We're going to reach the arms up. Inhale. Thumbs back. Drop the shoulders. Stay here for your exhale. Bring your arms down. You're going to heel toe your right foot out to the right. Bring your arms to the insides of your legs and just hinge your hips forward and just open up the inner thighs and the groin. Breathe into your belly. And then from here, we're going to shift our hips back and flex the feet. So this variation of the half split with your arms on the inside will flow like this. Inhale, bend your right knee, shift forward, open the chest, shoulders back. And then exhale, shift your hips back, flex your right foot. And again, inhale, bend your right knee, shift forward, open up. And then exhale, shift your hips back, flex your right foot. Inhale, bend your right knee. This time we'll just stay here for the exhale. Heel toe your right foot in back to center so your arms are on either side. And we'll come into a nice quad stretch. So your left hand can stay on the mat, or if you'd like to put your hand on a block, you can do that for assistance. Your right arm's going to reach forward, up, back, and around. And you might just stay right here, or you can bend your left knee and grab a hold of the outside of your left foot. You can ease your hips back a little bit to find the foot. And if that's enough, stay here. Again, finding your own authority of what feels right for you. If you have the space, maybe you start to hinge forward. Being very mindful, pay attention to how it feels in your body. Breathe. If you have your foot, just gently release the foot. Come back to squaring your right foot. Block aside. Tuck your back toes underneath. Power up your back leg. Look between or look in front of your right foot. We're going to step into that right foot. Inhale, left leg lifts, hips squared, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, slowly lower the left leg beside the right, forward fold. Root down to rise, arms reach up. Inhale, stand tall. And exhale, hands to heart center. One cycle of breath here. Now from here, you can keep your hands down by your side. We're going to bend that right knee and grab a hold of your right foot with your right hand. Your left hand can stay by the side or come into half prayer for centeredness, or maybe your left hand can come to reach for your foot. As long as there's no pain in your lower back, keep lengthening the tailbone down. Chest is open, shoulders back. Find your focus point with your eyes. Steady breath. Now if you have your foot, just slowly, gently release with control. Stand tall, Tadasana, mountain pose, eyes up. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Tailbone down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank, hold high plank. Inhale here to prepare. Exhale, we're going to lower down. You're welcome to bring the knees down or just lower with the knees lifted, nice and controlled. Point your toes. Now from here, we're going to take our hands behind us, interlace the hands, give your shoulders a loop onto the back and extend your elbows, knuckles away from you. Steady yourself here. You're going to start to lift your forehead and chest and shoulders off of the mat. Tops of feet press down. Continue to breathe. Find calm and ease here. Find your inner authority. If you want a little more, point your toes so much that the tops of the feet lift, shins, knees, quads, maybe legs are together. Just make sure you're not cranking the neck. So the chin is in, long line along the spine. How steady can you be here? Just enlivening the back body. And then slowly, slowly lower, release. Bring your hands by your upper chest, elbows hug in. You're going to push up, inhale, pull the belly in, tuck your toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in here. And a nice exhale out through the mouth. We're going to continue. Left leg's going to sweep up, inhale, hips squared. Stay here for your exhale and start to bend your left knee and open up your hips so your shoulders stay where they are. And you're just engaging your glutes to support this opening here. Keep pushing down through the palms. Your sit bones are still reaching up and back. And then you're going to come through center, square the hips, and then step your left foot through. Between the hands, place your right knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Stay here for your exhale. Bring your arms down here. And then heel toe your left foot out to the left. Make some space for your arms to be on the inside. And then sink your hips forward. Keep pulling the left hip back as you do this. And the chest opens. We'll move dynamically here just to open up the inner thigh some more. Inhale here. And as you exhale, shift your hips back. Lengthen the left leg. Flex your toes. Inhale. Bend your left knee. Shift forward. Chest opens. Shoulders glide down. Exhale. Shift your hips back. Flex your left foot. And again, inhale, shift forward, left knee bends, chest opens. And exhale, shift your hips back, flex your left foot. Come back, inhale, bend your left knee. And then for your exhale here, just heel toe your left foot back to center, hands on either side, preparing for our quad opener. Right hand to the ground, or if you like to use a block, please feel free to use one. Again, listening to what you need. Your left arm's going to come forward, up and around, and this might be where you stay, or you bend your right knee and grab a hold of the outside of your right foot. You can always ease off on the hips and then readjust. Breathe into your belly. If you have your foot, just release your foot down with care. Come back to center, block aside. Now we're going to bring our gaze just in front of the left foot. We're going to prepare to step into the left foot. But first, we tuck the right toes under, power up the back leg. When you're ready, you're going to step into the left leg. Inhale, right leg extends, both legs straight. Inhale with the flat spine, chin in. And then as you exhale, slowly lower the right leg beside the left, forward fold. Root down with your feet. We're going to rise with the arms. Inhale all the way up to stand. Palms touch as you exhale, hands to heart center. Cycle of breath here, recenter, refocus. Arms down by your side, preparing for balance on the other side. Weight into the right foot, bend your left knee, and then grab a hold of the left outer edge of the foot here. Right hand can stay by the side or in a half prayer to help with centeredness. Or maybe if you can, grab a hold of the foot with both hands, making sure the ribs aren't popping out. You want to knit the ribs in, tailbone lengthens down, chest open. Focus your eyes on one point and breathe. And then if you have your foot, just release it down. Tadasana, mountain pose, stand tall. Finding your authority in your stance. Now we'll flow one more time before we come back into our peak pose. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, little bend in the knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, shoulders back, chin in. Exhale, plant your palms and step back to high plank. This time we continue the exhalation, chaturanga, come down halfway, or you can always come to your belly. Inhale, upward facing or cobra, again listening to what makes sense for you. Exhale, push the floor away, come back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath in through your nose and a breath out through your mouth, let it go. Towards the end of your exhalation, bend your knees, look between your hands, walk or step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Root down with your feet to rise, arms reach all the way up, hands touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Cycle of breath here, recalibrate. Release your arms down. We're going to prepare for our peak pose, which is dancer's pose. Natsaranjasana. Okay, so we'll start with the right leg. So weight goes in the left leg. You're going to bring your left hand to your left hip. You're going to bring your right hand out like you're a teacup or you're holding a tray. From here, you're going to bend your right knee, grab a hold of the inside of your right foot. This might be enough. Again, check in with your inner authority. Maybe you stay here. Maybe your left hand comes to half prayer for centering. Maybe your left arm comes up, either palm facing forward or palm facing in. Chest open, tailbone lengthens down. Maybe you start to kick your foot into your hand. Maybe you make a mudra with your left hand, thumb and finger touch for focus. Find your own expression of dancer's pose. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's a little more expressed. When you feel complete, with grace and care, you're going to come back to stand, Tadasana. Okay, we'll do a simple switch to the other side. So hands could come on the waist. Now we'll do the left side. So your right hand will stay on the hip, left hand comes out like you're holding a tray or like you're a teacup. Then you're gonna bend your left knee, find your focus always first, stabilize your mind and your breath. Grab a hold of the inside of the left inner arch and then recenter. Tailbone lengthens down, low belly zips in. Maybe hand stays on the waist or half prayer, or right arm can reach up, palm open or in, or Gyan Mudra, thumb and pointer finger. Maybe this is where you are. Perfect. Maybe you want to express a little more, kicking your foot into your hand, starting to pendulum yourself forward, remembering to breathe. Land in your expression and own it. When you're ready, with so much care and grace, come back to stand. Mountain pose. Stand tall, proud, open. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, tailbone lengthens down. Exhale, little bend in your knees, biceps by the thighs, by the ears, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Now you choose. Do you want to step back and flow, or do you want to step back into downward facing? Use this as an opportunity to practice your inner authority. Wherever you are, we're going to meet in child's pose. Toes touch, knees out wide. Point your toes and bring your hips back to your heels and rest. Let everything settle. Breathe into your belly. Beautiful. Walk your hands in, lift your torso. Pause for a moment. Oftentimes we rush through our practice and in between postures that we miss these in-between moments, these moments of receiving what we've actually just accomplished and cultivated. We'll meet on our backs. We'll do a little bit of hip opening to release even deeper. Once you're on your back, we're going to cross the right ankle, let it clear the left thigh, right foot is flexed. Opportunity here to either stay with the right hand pushing the right thigh away, that might feel amazing, or maybe you thread, figure 4. Right hand through, interlace the hands behind the back of the left thigh or around the left shin. Wherever you are, just make sure your shoulders are still relaxed and that your chin is slightly in so you're not cranking the chin up. Close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And breathe into your belly. As you draw the left thigh in, you can use your right forearm or elbow to push the right thigh away. Find your sweet spot and breathe through any density or resistance. Beautiful. Release. Place your feet down and then we'll switch to the other side. So left ankle crosses, let it clear your right thigh, left foot is flexed. Option 1, left hand just pushes the left thigh away. Option 2, thread, left hand between the legs, lift your right foot off the ground, interlace your fingers behind the back of the right thigh or around the shin. Shoulders soft, chin in. Close down your eyes if that works for you. Breathe into your belly, release. Find your sweet spot and go deeper into it. Release, hug your knees in towards your chest. Just give yourself a good hug. On your next exhalation, we'll come into a brief Shavasana, extending your legs out long and wide. Arms out by your side, palms up. Maybe give your chest a little lift. Gently tuck the shoulders under, relax the back down so the heart's nice and open. Hips are heavy. Release any control or effort of your breath. Stomach is relaxed. Just allow everything to settle here. Just really deeply receiving your efforts and your practice thus far. Just slowly start to deepen your breath once again. And start to bring some movement back to your body, just reawakening. Bring your knees in toward you, pausing here with your knees in towards your chest. And then we'll come to meet in a comfortable seated position, sitting up on a prop. Make yourself comfortable. Maybe you lean up against the wall or sit in a chair, shoulders down and away, palms down on your lap or thighs, chin in, close down your eyes. Belly is soft, jaw is relaxed. We'll bring our practice to a close by bringing ourselves back to our true, authentic self. Take an inhale here, breathe in nice and deep. Hold the breath in for a moment, just a gentle, calm pause, hold. And as you exhale, just release any masks you might be wearing and any roles you might be playing. Let that go. And then we're going to do that one more time. Nice big breath in, breathe in. Hold the breath in, gentle pause with calmness and ease. And when you're ready, you're going to exhale, let go of the masks that you're wearing and any roles you might be playing that are not authentic to you. Close your mouth. Drop your awareness into your heart space, the center of your heart. As you inhale, feel this point of light in the center of your heart just expand and reach across your chest into the collarbones. And as you exhale, this light comes right back into the center point of your heart. A couple more times like this. Inhale, that light expands from the center and out. And as you exhale, that light comes back to that center point. One more time. Inhale, that light expands and emanates and fills up the collarbones and the shoulders and the back of the heart. And then exhale, the light comes back into the center point. Release control of the breath and rest your awareness in the center of your heart. Now see, sense, or feel this emanating light from the center of your chest, from the center of your heart, emanating outward. And know that this is your true, authentic self. This light is your true essence. And as you inhale, set the intention to stay connected to this light as you move on into the rest of your day. And as you exhale, let this intention land throughout your being, knowing that your true, authentic self is your greatest source of power and peace. And as you inhale here again, just allow that intention to solidify within every cell. And as you exhale, release any tension and resistances. Take one final inhalation, breathing in that intention, anchoring in even deeper to that emanating light that is your true self. And as you exhale here, gently open your eyes. Bring your palms to touch in front of your heart space. Slight bow in of the chin. Thank you for sharing your practice. And may we continue to walk in our truest authenticity. From my heart to yours, namaste.